Donald Trump has indicated that he plans on firing or replacing, I should say, more inspectors general. And that is a disastrous situation because he wants to replace these watchdogs. These are supposed to be federal watchdogs with his loyalists. So Real Clear Politics was the first to report on this. Susan Crabtree tweeted the following. Breaking, Trump is firing 7 IGs in one fell swoop, sources confirmed to Real Clear News. Most likely will be the IGs that were appointed by President Obama or beforehand. He wants his own people in those positions now. Trump, during his briefing, said he has, quote, put in 7 names. Now, this has been a pretty big week for inspectors generals because a lot of them have been let go. So for instance, or if not let go, criticized pretty aggressively. So for instance, there was Glenn Fine, who was the inspector general for the DOD. Trump has decided to let him go, but he was supposed to oversee the stimulus spending to ensure that there wouldn't be any fraud, to ensure that those bailouts didn't turn into a personal slush fund for the Trump administration. He's being replaced by a guy named Brian Miller. So let's talk about him a little bit. Trump tapped senior associate counsel to the president, Brian Miller, to assume one of the country's most important jobs. The special inspector general for pandemic recovery. The position would make Mr. Miller the watchdog for $500 billion or $500 billion Treasury Department bailout fund meant to rescue businesses stricken by coronavirus. Keep in mind that this was a person who was part of Trump's legal team during the impeachment investigation and helped to stop Congress from getting the documents it needed in the middle of that investigation.
Yeah, look, no matter what, we knew that that fund was set up to be looted. I think the NBC News said, there's an expectation that up to $200 billion might be lost to fraud and corruption. And I was like, yeah, that's the whole thing. That's what it's designed to do. And of course, he's going to replace anyone that could be even hypothetically independent from him. That money's gone. It's out the door. It's going to go to these corporations. Maybe, ProPublica will have a write-up about the corruption in a couple of years. It'll be awesome, well-researched, and we'll never get the money back. And he's going to get rid of the rest of them. It's like I said just a segment ago. Just imagine that we have a familial dictatorship, and most of your predictions about what he's going to do are going to be accurate. Why would he abide by any sort of relatively independent IGs, or even IGs that have just been around for a long time? Like, he'll always say they served under Obama. It doesn't matter if they also served under George W. Bush beforehand. He's going to clear it out because there's no more oversight. We've already been through impeachment. We're not going to go back into it. He survived that. Now he can do whatever he wants. It's like we said, day after day, as you're going through that process. He is now freed up to do literally anything he wants, and he's simply acting on that.
This is why when Democrats are willing to concede to Republicans and offering a massive bailout to corporations who don't have to deal with the means testing that average citizens needed to deal with in order to qualify for stimulus, it's ridiculous to say, oh, but don't worry, we're going to ensure that there's oversight. First off, as we know, that oversight was weak to begin with. But whatever weak oversight they were able to accomplish in that legislation, Donald Trump doesn't care about rules. He's going to go in there and he's going to wipe away any type of oversight in order to personally benefit from those funds.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.